The sun beat down on the plains of Gaugamela, baking the dust into a fine powder that rose with every thud of a sandal. Kallias, a veteran hoplite in the phalanx, adjusted his shield, the bronze gleaming dully in the harsh light. He'd seen countless battles, from the wind-swept fields of Granicus to the siege of Tyre, and the familiar tension tightened his gut. This was different, though. The Persian host stretched as far as the eye could see, a sea of glittering spears and embroidered banners under the command of Darius III himself. A ripple went through the ranks as a lone rider, unmistakable even from a distance, galloped along the line. Alexander. He wore his distinctive helmet, its plumes dancing in the breeze, and his voice, though not loud, carried an undeniable authority. He spoke of glory, of destiny, of their unbreakable spirit. Kallias, a man of few words, felt a familiar surge of pride. He had seen Alexander lead from the front, a whirlwind of steel and courage, inspiring men to feats beyond their own belief. Just as Alexander was about to wheel his horse away, his gaze swept over Kallias' section. His eyes, sharp and intelligent, met Kallias's for a fleeting moment. Alexander reined in his horse, a slight smile touching his lips. "Hoplite," Alexander's voice cut through the murmur of the ranks, strong and clear. "You stand firm. I know your face from many campaigns. Tell me, what do you think of this day's work ahead?" Kallias, surprised by the direct address, straightened his posture, his grip tightening on his sarissa. "My king," he replied, his voice a gravelly rumble. "The Persians are many, but our spears are longer. We will hold the line. For our people." Alexander's smile widened. "Indeed, for our people, and for the glory we shall carve here today. Your steadfastness, old friend, is the very bedrock of our strength. Remember that when the chariots charge." With a nod, Alexander spurred his horse onward, continuing his inspection of the phalanx. As the trumpet blared, signaling the advance, Kallias felt a renewed surge of purpose. Alexander had remembered him, had spoken to him. He tightened his grip on his sarissa, the long spear a formidable extension of his will. The phalanx moved as one, a disciplined, bristling porcupine of spears. He could hear the thunder of hooves as the Persian chariots, scythed blades glinting menacingly, charged directly at their formation. Instinct took over. He braced, his muscles screaming, as the first chariots crashed into their line. The disciplined phalanx held, the long spears creating an impenetrable wall, and the chariots, their momentum broken, splintered and veered away. A momentary lull in the battle allowed Kallias to catch his breath. The ground around him was a testament to the brutal efficiency of the phalanx, littered with broken chariots and fallen Persian warriors. He saw a young, fresh-faced recruit next to him, trembling, his eyes wide with terror. Kallias clapped him firmly on the shoulder. "Keep your shield up, lad," he rasped, "and keep your eye on the man in front of you. We stand as one." The recruit, though still pale, nodded, a flicker of resolve in his eyes. It was moments like these, the quiet solidarity between men, that truly forged the strength of their ranks. Hours blurred into a maelstrom of shouting, the clash of bronze, and the desperate cries of men. Kallias fought with the grim efficiency of a seasoned warrior, his sarissa finding its mark again and again. He saw the chaos erupting on the Persian flank as Alexander, leading the companion cavalry, executed his famous hammer and anvil maneuver, smashing into the enemy's exposed side. The Persian lines wavered, then broke, as the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the battlefield. Kallias looked out at the fleeing remnants of the Persian army. The ground was littered with the dead and dying, but the phalanx, though weary, stood firm. He thought of his home, of the quiet vineyards, and a weary smile touched his lips. He was just one man, a small cog in a vast war machine, but he had played his part. And at the heart of it all, leading them through every impossible challenge, was the young king who had dared to dream of conquering the world.